back live, or are we just still bullshitting?
We should be back live. So I'm gonna hit the viewer discretion warning and start again.
Okay.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, heel faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz, that's Draven Grimes. With us every Tuesday is Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast to bring us the biggest news stories in the week in wrestling. And we're streaming different. We live on TikTok, we're vertical on YouTube, we're checking all that shit out. And we'll get into our stories right after this.
Cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain.
You gotta refresh it.
Alright, well, let's try this again, fellas.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Good. Yeet.
Yeet.
Okay. Oh, how am I doing? I'm doing fantastic. I'm tired of being the bottom bitch. Apparently, Edgar's the cream filling in this vertical totem pole that we call life.
Whoa, that sounded real sus there.
Hey, left nut, right nut. What you gonna do? It is what it is. But anyway, Edgar, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I'd be a little happier if Dark can confirm if he can hear me.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, awesome. Then I'm doing great now.
See, now what we should have done was before we got back on, we just started lipping it while being quiet or mute our shit purposely. Just to watch him fucking go all Cordsy. That would have been fucking great.
Yeah, that would have been. Would have been hilarious to.
Oh.
Yeah.
But how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing all right, man. No complaints.
Oh, not yet. The night is young.
The night is young.
So anyway, wrestling. It happened over the weekend.
It really did, didn't it?
Days. I guess so. Edgar, what the fuck are we talking about tonight?
We're going to talk about some Monday Night Raw news and updates, a little AEW stuff, and if we have enough time, we might get into a little bit of the Elimination Chamber that's going to be coming up.
Very nice.
So I'm ready if you're ready, guys.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it. What's your first story?
The first one is we started off Monday Night Raw with the winner of the Royal Rumble, Jey Uso. And yeah, what better way to kick off Monday Night Raw with the winner, of the men's Royal Rumble on the Raw after the Rumble. And he got a huge pop, standing ovation. The people love this guy, man. He's so over, and he cut the biggest babyface promo that it looked like to me was telling the people or telling the haters, hey, how can you guys hate on me if I've been grinding? I started from nothing basically, and 18 years later, I'm finally getting this opportunity. Kind of like saying, hey, fuck you guys. You can't be mad at me. But what did your guys think of the reaction Jey Uso was getting after the Rumble compared to being in that arena on Monday Night Raw?
Dude, the way people were treating him after winning the Rumble was garbage.
Deplorable.
It was fucking deplorable. The shit where he was celebrating with his kid and all this shit, and people were angry facing it and downvoting it and shit. Like, what the fuck do you think this is? Like, this isn't. This is relatively predetermined, right? This is not like the Raiders losing the Super Bowl. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely horrific. Now, because he is, I'll say again, the top babyface in the company right now, when he came back the next day, he got a huge ovation, which is how it should be. I think people were so caught up in John Cena having to win this Royal Rumble that they just let their emotions go. Like, how do you boo this man who's fuck? I can't remember a time when there weren't the Usos. I mean, it seems like they've been around forever. And
Well, they've been around since 2010, and since day one ish, they were the Usos up until this recent break, and they've done their single stuff. They've always been a tag team. Whether they were with Tamina at the beginning, or they were painting their face doing the dance, or they went gangsta, they've always been together. And the fact that they now have this opportunity to show that they can work as a singles, work well. Jimmy kind of ripping off our boy Rip, but more or less, Jay is proving a lot of people wrong, because when they originally broke it up and he originally started this, everybody thought it was going to be a flash in the pan and he was just going to be another mid-card guy, or they're going to reform the Usos at some point. He's proven a lot of people wrong. And the thing about most people these days is they can't handle being wrong. And it really showed late Sunday night into Monday when they were posting all the Jey Uso stuff on WWE Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, with everybody just me mugging the shit out of it. And it's fucking despicable. Like, I understand if you're not a Jey Uso fan, that's cool. But the fact that even if it's scripted, that moment with his son after the Rumble wasn't scripted. That was real. That was a genuine family moment. That was a father and a son embracing after basically his dad achieved the highest thing currently in his career. And y'all go and bash that shit. It's fucking disrespectful. There's no other way to fucking put it. I will say, I didn't quite get it at first, because Dark and I were talking back and forth a lot during the Rumble. And as soon as it came down to Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and John Cena, we were like, oh, yep, John's going to win it. And then they swerved everybody, and Jay got it. And if you really think about it, Jay deserved it more than anybody else. And now he gets to ride this fucking wave into WrestleMania. And for the first time since fucking basically Roman, back when he was 2015, 2016 doing main events, this is the first time a member of the Anoa'i family has earned their way to the main event of WrestleMania rather than just being the champion going in. It's a big fucking deal, and people need to fucking acknowledge that, so to speak.
Yeah. Good.
Edgar, what you think?
I just don't understand, like, the hate. I mean, for the last year or so, or maybe even longer, everyone has been yeeting with Jey Uso every Monday night, non-fucking stop.
He's become something nobody really expected him to become. Like, he's literally built this from the ground up, and now he's, like I said, he's the biggest baby face in the company, probably the biggest baby face in the world right now.
Yes. 100%.
And it's amazing that he did this when he, at best, was probably tapped to be regulated to the mid card. Some title contention, maybe not, but he has. Who's the last person who's built a groundswell like this?
Austin.
Austin. I would say Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, the groundswell behind Bryan.
Well, he also had that momentum from the independents, where if you're thinking like really built it organically, it was Austin.
Yeah.
And this, and I'm not comparing Jey Uso to Stone Cold, obviously. I'm comparing how it felt in 96 and 97 and 98 to 22, 23, 24, and now in 25.
Yeah.
He's organically created this phenomenon, basically,
Hmm.
that can't be denied. And even if they try to bury it from a company standpoint, it's never going to go to fuck away. Yeet. I hate to say it. Well, yeah, I hate to say it, but Yeet is this generation's Austin 316.
Wow.
Very well could be.
I mean,
Wow.
if somebody can prove me wrong, Edgar, if you got somebody that can prove me wrong on your podcast, I'll happily come on and debate it. But at this time, you can't sit there and tell me that a 4-letter word isn't as popular as Austin 316 was in '96.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean Jey Uso, he's over as fuck. That's why I'm like, where are all these haters coming from out of anywhere, out of the blue? Like right after the Rumble, all of a sudden everyone hated Jey Uso.
That
Because it's not the
It's like,
finish
what
they
the fuck?
wanted.
right.
It's not the finish that I wanted either, but like you gotta respect the grind, you gotta understand where he's coming from. Do I want to see him main event WrestleMania? No, not really. But like John Cena said in that press conference, this is what makes sense. This is what's best for business.
Hmm.
That's what is gonna put butts in the seat. I mean, they already did. I
And I
fucking bought my
guarantee you, when he
yeah.
pins Gunther at WrestleMania, that's going to be the biggest pop of the weekend.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially if they're going to be going towards a Roman Seth Punk thing. Hands down, whatever Jay decides to do, it's going to close out night 2. Hands down.
Yeah.
I had a thought and I just lost it. Fuck.
Well, what did you guys think about like the promo, the stuff that he said? He got really emotional and stuff like that. Like, do you guys think it's like this is like the right time to get it like emo the way that he did, or was it just like
That's just
was it
straight
cringe?
babyface shit. I mean, it obviously went over. The crowd
Mhm.
loved it. It's a little hokey, but it's
And
bubblegum babyface.
I guarantee you, he just went out there with bullet points. Nothing was rehearsed. He was just told to hit this, hit this, hit this, and then Gunther's going to come out. Everything he said was from the heart. And it was all believable. Like to the this generation, common 18-year-old kid or 15-year-old kid, it's believable.
Hell yeah.
So I've had no issue with it. I've always said Jay's never had the best promo work, but
Improved
just like
so much.
just like anything in this business, if you believe it, the crowd's going to believe it. And he believed what he said last night, and I believe what he said.
He's definitely got his own style. He's got that choppy style so that people can yeet, every third or fourth word.
What?
That's like the what back
What?
in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He's grown into a really good promo. He does his own thing. He elicits emotion from the crowd with it because he speaks with emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So
and he speaks in a way that the newer generation can understand.
Yeah, and the brilliant,
just like in the '90s when Austin spoke, he spoke for like the rebellious teenagers of that time. He spoke similar to how they would, and they connected with that. That's exactly what Jay's doing. Copy paste.
and the brilliant marketing with the bright colors, the hot pink and the I don't know, hot blue.
Dude,
but
every fucking color in the rainbow. He's almost got John Cena's merch with Austin's fucking ideas.
yeah. No, I think it's a
you put the word
perfect storm.
yeet on anything. Put the word yeet on some boxers, they'll sell.
Yep.
I wonder if they've done that yet.
Are you trying to get some?
I'll be right back.
Trying to get some yeet underwear?
Yeet drawer. All right. So before we take our break, you had another return promo we wanted to go over.
Yeah, the women's winner from the Royal Rumble, Charlotte Flair, y'all, the queen.
What's left of
The
her?
Lizard Queen. Yeah, what's left of her? Jesus Christ.
she also did a promo to embrace the crowd, and it was like a weird promo, you guys. I did not know how to feel about this one because she was getting mixed reactions. She was getting some boos. Like some people wanted to cheer for her.
I
People weren't
wanted.
sure if she was coming back as a baby face or a heel, and then she just started getting booed. But unlike Hulk Hogan, Charlotte Flair did not ignore the boos and pretended like she wasn't getting booed. She embraced the boos and she was like, "Okay, you want to boo me? All right, then this is what we're gonna do."
Mhm.
You know, and was this a heel promo by Charlotte Flair? I think she ended up cutting a heel promo. Or what did you guys think about this?
Um, for me, this felt like she was trying to be babyface, but there was no way she was going to get it over, and she understood that. So she flipped the gear, and she started tweaking it to where she still needed to get her point across, but now she sounds like a conceited bitch. Did I say sounded like? She is a conceited bitch. Let's be.
Right.
Oh my god!
No, it certainly started off as a babyface promo.
Dude,
Oh my
dude.
god, yeet drawers.
They have heat drawers.
Motherfucker.
Let me just. Oh, they're my size too.
Mrs. Grimes, prepare to yeet. But no, it certainly started off as a babyface promo. I think for some reason she got a really big pop when she came back at the Rumble. I mean, I don't know. People are so sick. I think most people are sick of Charlotte Flair. Like I said on our show last night, I think I never need to see Charlotte Flair wrestle again. Like,
You've been saying that since Saturday.
yeah, I don't ever need to see. I hope she has a wonderful life. I hope I don't want her to like get injured and retire from an injury or anything like that. But I've never said, "Damn, I miss Charlotte Flair." Never.
I did 11 years ago when it was actually Charlotte Flair and not 80%.
Not what?
When it was actually all her and not 80% plastic.
Oh yeah.
You know, when she actually looked like a human being.
Yeah.
I don't think the WWE has done her any favors, man. Like WWE keeps on putting her in this position to get booed. Like they have to know, hey, if Charlotte wins this Rumble, she's gonna get a lot of heat. She already has that reputation of okay, every time Charlotte leaves and she comes back, she wins a title, she wins a Rumble. It's the same shit over again. If we do this again, people are going to be mad. I think this was done on purpose,
Do
right?
you?
Well, let me try to put something together for you. What's her last name?
Woo!
Andrade,
Not the divorced couple.
El Idolo.
Gonzalez, Garnica, Vasquez. I don't know.
Flair, which means her daddy was Ric Flair. What was Ric Flair 80% of his career?
Drunk.
I said 80, not 100. He was a fucking heel. What did he always do? Went away, came back, won a title. They're doing the same thing with her so they can get her up to a 16-time thing. So they could probably market it that way.
Haven't they had this exact problem within the last couple of returns where they tried to bring her back as a babyface and it just didn't work?
Yes. Did you not watch the Alexa Bliss promo that I sent on the group chat earlier?
No, I guess not.
No, I don't like watching Alexa Bliss cut promos. All right.
Well, I'm sorry you have a bad taste. Very sorry. Let me find it real quick.
My taste is really good.
The title of this is how all of us felt about Charlotte Flair at Royal Rumble.
Oh my gosh, Charlotte, we get it. You're the best. You're the champ. You're in your own league. No one can reach Charlotte. Do you not get sick and tired of hearing it like the rest of us? Oh
Actu-
my gosh, Charlotte.
I remember that promo.
Actually, I
Yes.
did hear that. I did watch that video.
Yes. Like it's been every return since Becky did the man thing.
Yep.
So do you really think they're actually that fucking dumb? I'm sorry, I don't know how else to say it. Like, oh, they're gonna miss her. Oh, they're gonna pop big. They're gonna be so happy to see her come back and win this thing. Oh, this is gonna be good shit.
See,
Brother,
the
brother,
problem is
they brought Hulk Hogan back in Los Angeles.
That's true.
Okay.
but the
that
thing
answers your
is, she
question.
did get a big pop. The problem is the win. Okay, the problem is not that she came back, because she probably could have a decent babyface run if she was not in the title picture all the fucking time. The problem is not Charlotte Flair being around. It's about Charlotte Flair constantly being around the title.
It's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same thing they had Cena in the mid 2000s. They got it to a point where the crowd turned on Cena. It's the same thing. They got the crowd turned on Charlotte. Did the same
Now-
thing for Roman in 2016, 2017. They
Yep.
shoved Roman down the fucking title picture so much they turned on Roman.
The problem is they've never learned their lesson with Charlotte.
I'm just waiting for her to like get busted open, and instead of blood, it's just like clear glue.
Jesus Christ.
It'll be
Can-
green.
I
Okay.
wonder what type of reaction WWE would have gotten if John Cena and Charlotte Flair would have won the Rumbles. Like, oh, here we go again. The same old shit. John Cena. This is so predictable.
But the thing about Cena is this is the last time. Period. Like there's no him coming back in 2026. Like the end of 2025, that's the end of John Cena's career. I mean, it would not have hurt my feelings for Cena to be a 3-time Rumble winner.
Yep.
It's not going to hurt my feelings when he wins his 17th world title. As opposed to 15 years ago when, oh, fuck, Cena won again. Oh, he's number one contender again. Oh, he won the WWE title again. Oh, he got moved over to SmackDown so he can win the world title from Edge. What the fuck? Like, that
Yep.
time's come and gone for Cena. At this point, Cena's one of those, he went away, and now we value the time we have with him. Whereas Charlotte, it's just same thing. Fuck, she's back. Oh, she won the Rumble. Oh, she's in the main event at WrestleMania again. Oh, she's going to win the title again. Oh, we're going to have fucking Rhea Ripley have to fucking lay down for her. Like,
Yeah, there's no doubt to me, there's no doubt she's winning whatever title she goes for. I think it'll be Tiffy.
it needs to be. She needs to go to SmackDown.
Yeah, I
You're
think-
going to kill Rhea. You're going to fucking kill her if you have Charlotte fucking lose the title again to Charlotte.
Yeah.
But in the other hand, what other winner for the Women's Royal Rumble makes sense to you guys, like business wise?
Well, my money was on Liv, first off.
I
'Cause
think
I want
Liv
Liv.
and
'Cause I
Tiffany
wanted-
would be a great feud, I think.
And that's what I wanted. I wanted Liv to get away from the Judgment Day, go to SmackDown, rebuild herself as a singles, and have fucking that. Because at this point, Liv is where Rhea was 5 years ago. In 5 years, Liv is going to be the locker room leader for the women's division. And for them to do Rhea and Liv again, as much as they have great chemistry and great matches, at this point, everybody's getting soured on it. So that's why they did the whole thing of this is the last time on the Raw Network. So it only made sense for her to go over there. Bailey would have been a good one for at the point
Back to back.
The first back-to-back one. And for her to also go over to SmackDown, or she could have fucking worked Rhea. I'm sure Rhea and Bailey would have had a fantastic fucking match, and it'd have been a believable loss for Bailey.
Right.
What if Charlotte goes after Tiffany Stratton, but Charlotte puts Tiffany over at WrestleMania?
I'm not mad at it.
Yep.
You wouldn't be mad at the fact that Charlotte won the Rumble. You think that makes up for everything?
He's already
Dude.
run the Rumble.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, dude. We've had Royal Rumble winners go to WrestleMania and lose their title shot. It's not the first time in history. Does it suck when it's a babyface? Yes. Are you happy when it's a heel? Yes. I mean, I would not be mad, especially since I guarantee you Tiffany's going to be here in 5 years. Charlotte won't be.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I think Charlotte needs to put over Tiffany if she goes over there to SmackDown.
Charlotte needs to have a special WrestleMania entrance when she comes out with a Malibu Barbie car. Because at this point, she's nothing but a fucking Barbie doll.
Also, I think that's Tiffany's gimmick, isn't it?
And
Kind of like makes fun
how
of her
much
too.
how much better of a story would it be?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my final thought on it. What about you, Edgar?
That's all I had too. I asked everything that I was wondering about when it comes to Charlotte.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but what's your opinion on the matter? Like you asked us, but what is your opinion?
I was a little upset that Charlotte Flair won again, because we've seen it time and time again.
Mhm.
And when she came back on Monday Night Raw, I was confused as to like what she was going to say, how the people were going to react, and I'm still confused. I still don't know if she's a heel or, well, I guess she's most like going to be a heel now, but like technically say if I keep bringing up Tiffany Stratton because that's who I want to see Charlotte go after. Tiffany Stratton is technically a heel, but she's getting cheers. So I don't see.
She's basically baby at this point.
Yeah, but this whole thing with Charlotte Flair to me still doesn't make sense unless it's to put over Tiffany Stratton at Mania. So I'm hopeful. I don't know how they're gonna make sense of all this. I'm a little bit worried, but other than that, I'm just gonna just go with the flow, man, and just see. Hopefully, they do something interesting with Flair because right now I'm not too hyped about it.
Yeah.
We'll see, brother. We will see.
All right. Well, let's throw it to a commercial break, and we'll be right back for some more news.
Vodka Evolved. Castell. Indulge in the red revolution. Bad guys do hill shit, no one can stop it. Walking in the shadows, always on the profit. Fast cars, big dreams, living on the edge. Haters talking trash, but we ain't even faced. Just the rebels with the cars, breaking all the rules. Bosses in the game, always playing it cool.
All right, we are back. What's up, Jake? How you doing, brother? We're good over here. Before we get into our next story, I want to just quickly remind you about the YouTube memberships. We have 3 tiers, all the way starting at just 99 cents a month. You get some cool perks. All the different levels are outlined on the YouTube page. But yeah, starting at 99 cents all the way up to $4.99. Anything you could do would be outstanding, and we love you guys.
Also, real quick, since you ran the Castell Vodka ad, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Gully Rum, our newest sponsor.
Yes, sir. Gully Rum right there.
Tell us about it.
It's the only cherry vanilla rum on the market. You can drink it straight out of the bottle like Jack Sparrow, or you can mix it to make the best rum and coke you could possibly have.
Basically what he's saying, you can drink that neatly.
Yes.
All right, we're done paying bills. What you got, Edgar?
Let's talk a little bit about AEW.
Fuck.
Yeah, but this is actually a good thing because I'm interested to see what's going to happen with apparently AEW added a new talent to the roster. Elias recently posted on his social media a video package with the righteous or the righteousness or what are they called?
Righteous.
The righteous.
The righteous. So Elias is in Ring of Honor now, which means he's part of AEW. And this came out of nowhere, but when I saw this, I was like, man, that team, the righteous, that would be a good fit for Elias.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys feel about seeing Elias not only be in part of Ring of Honor, but being a part of the righteous?
I think the fact that WWE fumbled him so fucking hard, it's one of the great mysteries of professional wrestling. He's a great fucking talent. He was a great fucking character. He could do anything and everything you wanted him to do. I mean, go watch his fucking character work with Ezekiel, the fucking twin brother, not so twin brother gimmick. He did fucking phenomenal with that shit. Other than the one time, and I mean the one time he injured Cena with a high knee. Other than that one time, he's always been fucking safe. He's always been smart about what he does, how he does. And it really kind of pissed me off when WWE did release him. And honestly, I thought I would see more of him work more the indies. I understand that he has his fee and only so many independent companies can pay such an amount. So I understand that and I respect that. But for him to get picked up by any company is a fucking steal for them. And for Elijah, he goes by Elijah now, not Elias. But for Elijah now to be put to a team such as the Righteous, who I've been fans with Vincent since he was working with the Kingdom before COVID, it makes sense. It's call it what it is. The Righteous is kind of like Ring of Honor's knockoff version of the Wyatts, but it's similar, but it's different. And because it's different, it's intriguing to me, and I want to see how far they can actually take it.
The Righteous are more like mental patients, right?
No. It's Vincent is like a cult leader from the 90s. His tag team partner is like a preacher, pastor kind of gimmick, like a perverse kind of deal. And it's going to be interesting to see where Elijah fits into this. Just from that teaser promo that they posted on Instagram, I'm excited to see where this goes, because you can tell that they've put a lot of thought and work into this before they even decided to put everything into action, which means there's a plan there, there's a goal there. And for Elijah, he's always had my respect. He's in the same category as Baron Corbin in that class of NXT guys who had it. And I'm just excited to see where this goes. I hope they don't fumble him and fuck him over like WWE did. I sincerely hope they don't try to bring back Ezekiel or some version of it in the very near / far future. I just hope he can finally work somewhere where he's appreciated.
Yeah.
More as a talent than as a sideshow attraction.
Right. He's full of charisma. I mean, he used to perform acoustic concerts every fucking week.
And that's for shoot. Like him learning how to play guitar by himself and doing that's for shoot. That's not like just a character thing.
Right. The whole run with the Righteous Ones, like that, the whole obviously it plays on his former character, but his character work is, like you said, highly underrated, because his split personality thing, the Ezekiel thing, and then the older brother Elijah thing, like it was just good shit. It was good shit.
Yep. Very excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, me too.
I just hope they don't become cannon fodder for like Death Riders or something.
No,
yeah, and I think
I imagine they'll probably like run roughshod in Ring of Honor for for a while.
Well, the Righteous has been in Ring of Honor since Tony bought it back, and it's been about 50-50 booking with them. I will say the booking in ROH has been a lot more consistent than AEW as far as you're either 100% on it or you're 100% dog shit. There's a middle ground with ROH where some shit's good, some shit's not so good, but you can still handle it.
That's cool. Any other words on this one? Oh, where you fuckers go?
There he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
My chair looks lonely over there.
It really is. Yeah.
Listen. We now have a date for when we don't have to do this shit as much. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just work with me. Work with me.
We got you. We got you.
Yeah,
Any last words on this one, nigger?
Yeah, I wanted to add that I think he would make a good fit with the Righteous because I don't know how much of this he'll probably add to, you know, his character in Ring of Honor or AEW, but for a while he was going on TikTok live like getting really religious, talking about the Bible and like really preaching all these things, and I'm like, I wonder if he's like willing to go deep into this and like add that part of his like personality into his character with the Righteous. I think it would be crazy if he added something like that or added that element into his act. Also, AEW is like the land of opportunity. Draven mentioned like he hopes they don't drop the ball or bring back some goofy gimmick like Ezekiel. And AEW is known to do the opposite of like what WWE does. So I mean he's talented, so I think sky's the limit for him. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope to see.
Yeah, and as far as the religious aspect of him, like he's made it very clear he's a very religious person to the point he has it on his Instagram where he went and got baptized back in 2023 in the same place that John the Baptist baptized Jesus over in Israel. So that's not a gimmick. That's for shoot. That's just who he is. And I hope for the people that follow him for that he continues it. He doesn't kind of turn it in just to a gimmick. I hope he really keeps that going and he touches people's lives, so to speak.
Very good.
So yeah, now we just got to figure out what he's going to say when ROH stands for.
Right. All right. What you got?
What's next?
I want to talk about New Day's new song. Last night on Monday Night Raw, the New Day debuted a brand new song. And why do we want to talk about this? Why, Edgar, do you want to talk about this? Because it's not just like, oh, it's not that happy go lucky song where they're throwing the pancakes and everything's all good. Their new song is darker, it's more heelish, and it's not just about the song, it's about who made the song. And Draven, I'm gonna let you take over from here and give us the details about, because it wasn't the Death Rebels. The Death Rebels have been getting a lot of heat with the fans lately.
Dude,
This was
fuck
someone
the
else.
Death Rebels. So a little bit of history. Most recently it's been Death Rebels doing the generic ass WWE themes, and before that it was the CFOs who had quite a few bangers, you know, with Aleister Blacks and Team Bray Wyatt stuff with Code Orange. But the man that basically wrote the discography of my wrestling childhood, Jim Johnston, who as far back as the 80s to Baron Corbin's End of Days theme in 2016. He wrote, sorry, Seamus, banger after banger after banger after banger, etc., etc., etc. And as of last night, it seems Jim Johnston is back in the game because he wrote the New Day's Hill entrance.
Nice.
Gentlemen, the dark days seem to be over.
Yeah, it was a banger for sure. And I mean, we need to talk about how shit, like, just so you guys know out there listening, every single time in the Royal Rumble, when the music hit and you had no idea who was coming out, that was a Def Rebel song. Okay? Finn Balor's new bullshit.
In fact, I'm gonna look into that real quick while you're ranting.
Dominic Mysterio's new bullshit. Like, all these generic ass, like, Casio sampled fucking songs. Those are the Def Rebels.
He's not wrong. The only song that comes to mind from Def Rebels that I can think of that wasn't Dogwater that I actually enjoy was Joe Gacy's theme song from NXT. That's it. Other than that, I can't think of a single fucking theme. And don't say, what about AJ's theme that he had before he went away? It was Dogwater. I legit had to go find a metal remix of it just for me to tolerate it.
Yeah, that when he was a heel, that fucking remix is garbage.
Yeah, like I legit had to go find somebody that did a guitar cover, a drum cover, and a vocal cover. Splice it all together for it to be palatable. You don't want none, should have never went the fuck away.
Nope.
Should have never. If they had to go find a fucking heel theme, they could have fucking threw the money out there and got fucking Evil Ways. I'm just fucking saying.
Mm-hmm. And I thought they were gonna. I thought they were basically gonna go to the licensing route.
I thought the same thing. I'm not entirely sure when Def Rebels' contract is up with them, and maybe there's something in their contract saying that they have to use so many of their tracks while they're under contract, but once the contract's up, you know, it defaults out. But how is that going to put people in hold? I can understand main eventers. You know, Seth, Roman, LA Knight, stuff like that. Like the main eventers getting, you know, tracks like that. But if you're just some mid-card Joe Schmo guy, deal with what Def Rebels gave you. It's as simple as that. Like, you don't have to license a track for every fucking person.
Like how they let the Altered Bridge license go for the Judgment Day, I'll never know.
I don't think that was really WWE's thing. I think that was more of Alter Bridge being loyal to Copeland.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Where it's one of those things of, you know, they have the licensing thing, but out of respect for you, we'll let them finish it up, but we're not going to renew it.
And wouldn't it be fucking awesome if Copeland forms a group over there and they start using that theme?
You better watch her. I'll make a fucking TFK remix of that fucking theme. Right.
What's going on, Henry? How you doing, brother?
Oh, that song's a fucking banger. It's in my gym playlist since it came out. But yeah, Jim Johnston seems to be back. I'm excited for this. Maybe this is one of those things where they're not going to be licensing out tracks as much, but giving some old school feel to these new superstars. But that's just my opinion on it. But either way, Jim's back. I can't be happier. The only way it can make me happier if they hire Del Oliver to fucking co-produce.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you who don't know who Del Oliver is, that was the original composer for the TNA tracks from 2002 to 2010.
I gotcha.
All right.
I
think we got time for one.
Well, let's take our last commercial break and then we'll come back and hit it all.
All right.
Let me introduce you to our new sponsor, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. Check this out. They sent us this huge box of samples with all these amazing flavors, from traditional flavors like the OG and ranch to unique flavors like cinnamon churro and my favorite, backyard barbecue.
Absolutely, man. Let's not forget the garlic parmesan, the cracked black pepper, and my personal favorite, the maple brown sugar. It is grade A, phenomenal, my guy.
So me, Draven, and Miner all sat down, went through all these flavors, Of course, we each had our favorite, but one thing we agreed on, this is an amazing brand. If you're a sunflower seed eater, definitely need to check this out. If you're not a sunflower seed eater, you still need to check these out because they got a flavor that you like, without question. Miner's favorite was dill pickle. I like the barbecue. Use the link in the description and enjoy.
No one can stop it. Walking in the shadows, always on the profit. Fast cars, big dreams, living on the edge. Haters talking trash, but we ain't even faced. Just the rebels with the cars, breaking all the rules. Bosses in the game, always playing it cool.
Gary did it, and it
All
was
right, we are
piercing.
back.
Dude,
That.
dude, Dark.
No.
Answer, hold on, answer the question for me. Do you know who sung Shawn Michaels' theme song?
Shawn Michaels.
Don't answer that.
He already answered that. You now have homework, Edgar.
Anyways, can we move on from here? I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All
right.
I'm gonna come out here in leather chaps and a chrome vest.
What's up, Stella? How you doing?
Yes.
Let's we're not talking about music anymore. That was the last segment. Draven.
What? Oh, sorry.
All right, let's talk contract deals, you guys, because after the Rumble, got a few returns, but some information has came to my attention about Jordynne Grace's WWE contract. We got some things here that we have to go over. Apparently, TNA tried to re-sign her, but her being Jordynne Grace, but TNA cannot match WWE's offer.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 5-year deal from now to 2029. So we're gonna have Jordynne Grace in the WWE for until then. This is also a main roster level contract, not a developmental deal. So if she could go to NXT, but if she does, she won't be there for too long, as she's expected to be in the main roster, either Raw or SmackDown. And also, she owns her own name and her own theme song. Thoughts on the details here, the deets of this contract?
Well, Mr. Contract Guy, this is your area of expertise, so cook for him, man.
What up, Daniel? Yeah, I mean, obviously don't know the dollar terms, but every WWE main roster contract is, I think the minimum is $300,000 a year. I think the very minimum main roster deal. So, but she's rich outside of that. I mean, one interesting detail, I wonder if she's got to close down her OnlyFans.
Oh, you're gonna be so sad.
Well, I don't have OnlyFans, but the leaks are nice for sure.
Never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
I don't think any WWE superstar has that app. Like, usually after they leave the WWE is when they start promoting that OnlyFans stuff.
And God bless them for it.
Yeah, so she's a millionaire based on, from her OnlyFans. So I'm sure I would imagine her deal would be right around 500 grand.
That's what I was thinking. That's just her downside guarantee. That's not including merch. That's not including anything like that.
Right.
So I guarantee you, after all that per year, you're looking 850, 900,000 easy.
Oh boy.
So yeah, she's rich, bitch.
Yeah, I congratulate her. I'm so excited to see where she ends up. She did not show up last night, so I'll be looking Friday. I guess NXT is on right now. I don't know if she showed up there or whatnot, but
I don't have it on. But what if they get smart with her and they use her as a special attraction, similar how they should be using fucking Nia, where she's not on every week, but when she shows up, it means something.
I don't think that's I don't know. I mean, I think she could be used in that way, but I also think that she's built to be a weekly wrestler.
I mean, I'm good either way with it. But here's a question I have for both of y'all. With her being signed with WWE, is it possible in the near future, and by near future I mean within the next year or two, we could possibly be seeing her husband Jonathan Gresham also be signed to WWE sometime?
I can't imagine with him being a well, I don't know. I mean, I guess they do have people like Dragon Lee's size because he's a lot smaller than you think he is. Well, than most people think he is.
I don't know, he's only like 5'5" or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's his build. I think it's his build that would get on Triple H's radar.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you just put him down at NXT, I mean, he's a fucking great worker. For anybody that's never watched him, go back and watch his stuff from early Ring of Honor.
Right.
He's a fucking machine.
Dragon Lee's 5'7".
Fuck Dragon Lee. The fact that I almost sat through a fucking Dragon Lee match last night is a fucking travesty of justice.
Damn.
Dude, there's no reason for me to give a shit about him on the main roster.
Who?
You got to give me a reason to fucking care.
Who?
Yeah, that's true.
Dragon
Dragon
Lee.
Lee.
Oh yeah.
Dude, legit, I went and watched the New Day's entrance and then skipped the whole fucking match because Dragon Lee was in it.
Well,
I even messaged you. I was like, "Hey, is this match worth a shit, or can I skip it?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's not."
I have to root for him.
Who?
You don't have to. Nobody has a gun to your head.
Yeah, he's my cousin.
Dragon Lee?
And you should.
No,
Then
I'm
at
just
that,
kidding.
then, I'm about to say, then at that point, you should take it upon yourself to hate him even more. Kayfabe, motherfucker, kayfabe.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like I know he's La Raza, but I didn't know he was a cousin. You know?
Nah, he's from the same hometown as my parents in Mexico.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's like a really small town though, so like everyone knows each other type thing.
So he's like your ninth cousin twice removed.
Probably, yeah. But like my uncles and stuff know like his dad and like all his family and stuff. And I've been trying to reach out to him and like get him on the show, but I can't get a hold of him. But I will. I'm gonna get that fool. I'm gonna be like, hey, Draven challenges you to a match.
I mean, if it gets me fucking on TV for 5 minutes, fuck it, why not? I got new gear coming in. I'm about to get in the best shape of my fucking career.
Your
Knockout
yeet
2025.
drawers.
All the yeet drawers are going to be on lock, son. They have been ordered and they are coming. They're going to come.
Oh, the yeet drawers. Well, fellas,
What the fuck were we talking about?
Jordynne.
Yeah.
We were talking about Jordynne, and then it got to Jonathan
yeah.
Gresham, and then Jonathan Gresham somehow got the Dragon Lee's height, and then it went to a fuck Dragon Lee. It will be on the Streamlabs merchandise at some point. The fuck Dragon Lee movement. And then it went to La Raza, and then it went to his family's and your family's hometown, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
All right, bro. All right.
I'm making sure I covered everything.
So, all right. Well, I enjoyed hanging out with you fellas tonight.
Every night. That's a great night. Oh,
Yes,
is it pleasantry time?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
has it been an hour already?
Been an
Yeah,
hour.
it's right at the 9 o'clock hour over here.
Time
on the
flies.
Eastern Seaboard.
Oh yeah.
And you still got a little sunlight out there over at your place.
Nah, it's dark.
No, dark's over here. Dark's over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget this coming up Sunday morning will be Nerd Shit, our monthly nerd recap with Dark Cordz and Draven Grimes, where we're just going to go over everything music, television, video games that we've done over the past month. It's going to be interesting to say the least, because I've been going through a band. Actually, Eggert and I talked about it, Sleep Token. We talked about it a couple weeks back. I finished off his discography, so we're gonna be talking about that. Do not forget the merch. Go ahead and
The
get this part up. Mike.
merch
So happy you did. Is
beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Heel Shit Podcast merchandise. Of course, we have the Forbidden Kingdom merchandise. We have the retro TFK. We have the new TFK. We have retro Dark Cordz, new Dark Cordz. We have retro Draven Grimes. Soon to be announced new Draven Grimes. Soon to be announced new Rip Ruiz merchandise. Fuck Logan Paul shirt and the uncensored and the censored for the snowflakes like Edgar over here, as well as the Pole Watcher shirt, draws, cups.
Draws.
We're on the last stage of the HSP dildo. We just got to figure out whose voice you want to hear more on the sound effects, so we're figuring that out now. Probably going to be an arm wrestling contest this Sunday at breakfast. And as well as make sure you hit up all the social media platforms at Heel Shit Podcast, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it is. And speaking of the socials, Edgar, plug your shit, my guy.
Yes, be sure to follow me and hit me up everywhere at Snug Wrestling. Check me out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. And if you do, leave a star rating and leave a review. That goes a long way. It helps everyone find my show if you do that. So please and thank you, y'all.
Outstanding.
Yep. As well as one more time, as Dark mentioned earlier, go ahead and mention it again. The premium membership for the YouTube, we have the 99-cent tier, we have the $1.99 tier, and we've got the top 1%, which is the $4.99 tier. Greatly helps us out on the podcast, greatly helps get our name out there. Appreciate everyone that pitches in towards it. And with that, Dark, take us home.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did. We will be back here Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern and back again next Monday and Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. For Draven Grimes and Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys